Do you agree with Dame Sally? Has being overweight become normal in this country?
Well, the fact is that it's becoming something that we're seeing far too often. Those figures say it all. But as she was saying, normal doesn't mean it's healthy. We're just seeing it far too much.
Why does it concern you?
The problem with it is when you see it everywhere, people don't then realise what's happening to their body, and then it creeps up until it gets to the point that it's then hard to reverse. And then we get people coming to people like myself as specialist obesity surgery clinics, and I don't want to see them in my clinic. I want them to beat it earlier when they see it creeping up.
Because you work on a daily basis with people who have put an awful lot of weight on and are having big lifestyle issues because of that. Are you saying it's a slippery slope? You start overweight and the next thing we know, we're in your clinic.
What I'm saying is this is pointing out that people don't realise where they're at. And so
Why don't they realise? What do you think's gone wrong?
Partly because it's happening everywhere, so the eye doesn't pick it up in the same way it did. We've got interventions, they're measuring at school now to pick it up. But there's some basic checks that I just want to get out. Look at waist measurement, look at your clothes, see if they're getting tighter, and then put some checks in before it gets to a certain point, and that makes it a lot easier. Just keep a check on it.
But it's a sensitive issue, isn't it? Because you don't want to be talking about someone's weight all the time to give them a complex. Schools get into real trouble when they send letters home to parents. It's very easy to offend parents, isn't it, to say that your child is overweight. So where's that fine line, and how do you address it sensibly?
Addressing it sensibly is always back to the basics, getting the exercise in, whoever you are, whatever age you are, particularly if you're a family, do it together. Get the healthy eating in, don't look at all the details of everything, but look at your general diet and see if the sugars and the fats, if you're eating all of those foods on a regular basis. But generally, I would say use your common sense.
And is it up to our GPs, the teachers at school, to start telling us that we're getting overweight, or should it be our own responsibility, like many of our viewers think, like Rachel Chapman, for example?
Ultimately, you're the one that's going to have to do something about it, and you're the one that's going to want to make the change. So keep a check on it yourself. Look at some of the tools online, the BMI calculator, maybe the waist measurements. We've got a waist measurement. If you're over 80 centimetres as a woman, that's 31.5 inches, or as a man, if it's over 94 centimetres, that's 37 inches. You know you've got to start watching things and bringing things back.